how to trade the right way using Supertrend. This is one of the most easiest way any beginner or even an advanced professional can use in their trading. The best way to use the Supertrend is by not applying one single line but two Supertrends. So let me show you what it is like. So I'm on the Zerodha platform. Let me just make it full screen. Yeah, you should be able to see my screen. Now once you are in the platform, you can go to the studies and then you can search for Supertrend. You can apply this. So this Supertrend has two values. One is a period, which is 7 period. That means it will check the last 7 periods and accordingly it will take the call. And it also has a multiplier. Multiplier is nothing but it says the average range or the duration of price change. That is what it is picking, and it will multiply it by 3, factor of 3. So you may not be interested in knowing much on the technical detail, but let me show you how to apply that as such. So first and foremost, we will change the 7 period to 100 period. So we want to check it over the last 100 periods. So the moment I change to 100, it automatically adjusted the line. Now after that, what you will do, instead of 3, you will make it as 3.6. Now where is this 3.6 coming from? So this is based on the statistical understanding and the empirical understanding what we have from the past. Okay, so this is found to be one of the best settings. So this gives you the long-term trend of the stock. Now you can use this single line as also, but the best way to use this is with a combination of one more super trend. So for that, again you'll go to the studies and look for the super trend, click on it. So you will pop up the second line. Now the second line will again have the default setting, so you can click on that and then again change it to 100 period. Now instead of 3, you will make it half the 3.8, which is going to be 1.8, and click OK. So the moment you do that, it will do two things for you. So it will give you where to enter, where to exit. Okay, so the entry will be when the two red lines will start, okay, and exit will be the moment you see the first green line, if it's in the downtrend. Now if it's in the uptrend, we'll follow the same logic, but here the color coding is going to be the green. So that means when you see both the lines to be green, you will enter there, and the moment you see the first red line, you will exit there, you will exit here. So this is one of the easiest ways to eliminate your consolidation ranges and as well as pick the longest trends in your intraday charts. So now I have exclusively taken this for the 5 minutes chart because we are talking about intraday trading. So what we did is we learned the super trend settings earlier. So let's quickly take a look how to reapply them. So we'll go to the studies, then we would click on or we will search for super trend. Once we have the super trend line, then we can go to the settings of the line, change this to 100 period and change this multiplier to 3.6. So this would be the first setting. Subsequent to that, you will add one more super trend and you will edit the second super trend with the settings of 100 period and with the multiplier of 1.8. So this would give you the super trend. Yeah. So for intraday, like I mentioned, we would have to have 5 minutes or 15 minutes, and for delivery you can change it to day or week. Now riding the trend fully in the trending market, that would be our primary intention. That is the primary purpose of using this super trend. A super trend allows you to ride such long trends, yeah, because of the large ATR period what we have used. So you can see it is allowing you to ride from 34,480 in the bank nifty till almost 35,000, right? So that's how you would use this. Even here also you can see, even in the short side also you can see it will allow you to ride the whole wave until you don't find an exit. You can keep riding the wave. There will be very few whipsaws here and there. Okay, there's a small whipsaw, you can see that here. See, no indicator is perfect, and this is also just like that. It will have some amount of slippage in your overall trading, but when you look at the month and the overall collection of all your trades, you will be in surplus profit because of this long trends what you have captured. Now that's the purpose of riding the trend fully in trending market. Now how to eliminate the whipsaws in a ranging market. So just to show you the ranging market, some example I'll show you. You can see here the stock is in a consolidation mode or a range mode. So in this case, you would be out here at this point or you would be out at this point. but you will not take a fresh entry in this ranging position. Even here also you can see, because the stock is in the range bound, you are not going to enter any fresh entries because you have not got any signal in that time period, right? So that's the beauty of this particular super trend. The super trend ensures that you are riding the whole trend, but when it comes to the whipsaws, it will eliminate all the whipsaws in the ranging market. That's the beauty of this two super trend lens. So where is the right entry, where is the right exit, what should be the stop loss and take profit? Let me just show you that. So this would be your entry point. So when you see both lines turning into green, that is when you are going to enter. And where is your exit point? There are two ways you can exit this. If you are a conservative trader, the first time you see a red line, you can exit there. If you are a little aggressive trader, you can continue the trend so far as you don't see both lines turning into red. Okay, so unless you don't see both the lines turning into red, you will continue the trend. But if you are a conservative trader, the moment you see the one of the line turning into red, that is when you are going to exit. So those are the right entries and right exits. So where should be a stop loss and take profit? Okay, stop loss is going to be always your bottommost line. Yeah, so if you have entered here, so your stop loss is going to be here. You have to take this initial large stop loss, but as you see, once the market starts trending, your stop loss will get narrowed and narrowed and narrowed. And where is your take profit? The take profit in this context of super trend, we are interested in riding the whole wave, and we are not defining any percentage terms of take profit. Okay, if you would have said 2%, maybe you would have exited here. If you would have said 5%, you would have exited here. You never know which trend can run up to 30, 40, 50 or 100% as well. So that is the reason I would say that instead of defining your take profit with some percentage, always go with the flow in the super trend. Until you don't see the both lines turning into red, you can keep riding the wave. That will give you the maximum profit of the trend. So that's how you can use the stop losses and take profit in the super trend. Now, how do you increase profits with super trend? To increase profits, you can use a concept of pyramiding. So what is the concept of pyramiding? So let me show you a nice beautiful example on the pyramiding. Okay, you can see that here. I'm just spotting one opportunity for you so that you can understand this. So you would have entered the position here and you would have wanted to ride the wave all the way till here, correct? So the same way, while you are entering here, the moment you see the first red line forming, you can re-enter the position with one more lot. The moment you see first red line coming in, you can re-enter your position with one more lot, and you can ride both the lots so far as both lines don't turn into red. Okay, you would have entered the third position here, but that would have got you a small loss. But yeah, if you want to make large profits, you have to go with pyramiding and you have to take small losses. Yeah, so you should be ready for that small losses. If you fear this much of loss, you will never get big size position in your long-term trends. Yeah, so you can look at this with a multi-day format, then it will give you even better. Okay, since this is let me just switch to the Nifty Bank. Okay, now this will give you a better picture. So as I was saying, if you want to capture the large profits and large trends, you have to go with the pyramiding. So how to do the pyramiding? See, you would have entered your position here, yeah, and you would have ridden the entire trend until here if it was in one lot. But if you are using the pyramiding, what will happen? The moment you see the first red line, you can take a re-entry of one more lot and ride until here. And the same again here. You would have got your third entry here and you have driven all the way till here. The fourth entry you would have taken, this would have given you a small loss. From here to here, you would have incurred a small loss, but you should not fear this small loss because you would have made a substantial amount of re-entries over a period of time in your trend. So riding the long trend with pyramiding is the best what you can do. Hopefully you got my point. So that's how you can increase the profits in pyramiding. So want more frequent entries? Now in this super trend ride, if you want more re-entries, we got only 1, 2 and 3 re-entries. But if you want more re-entries, let's say we want to capture one re-entry here also, here also. So in that case, what you can do, you can go to this first line and you can change the setting from 1.82, you can change it to 1.2. Okay, still not many, so you can change to even. Okay, now you can see there are many more entries which are coming. So first entry is here, second entry is here, the third entry is here, fourth entry is here, fifth entry and sixth entry, seventh entry. Right, the last 3 entries would have got you some loss, but since you would have made one more substantial entry here, it will offset it. So the whole purpose of riding more and more re-entries is, so we want to capture the long-term trend along with more and more position sizes. So that's the overall purpose of this super trend. So if you want more frequent re-entries, what will you want to do? You would want to change the parameter from 1.8 to, so this was 1.8, you can change it to 1.5, 1.2 or 1. Okay, so depending on your appetite of taking re-entries. Okay, so that's the way you can use the super trend re-entries. Now, which time frames to use? Like I have been saying it right from the beginning. So for intraday traders, you can use either 5 minutes or 15 minutes candles. Yeah, so you can change this from 1 day to 5 minutes. Yeah, if you're a day trader, or you can even change it to 15 minutes. So 5 minutes is more than sufficient, because that gives you enough amount of signals. So that should be good enough. But if you are a little more conservative trader, switch to the higher time frame, 15 minutes. Okay. For swing or positional trader, use a day or week, like I showed you earlier. So you can either switch to the day time frame. That will help you to capture this type of long trends in your overall trades. Yeah, or you can even switch it to the week time frame. So if you switch to the week time frame also, it will help you to capture large trends. You can see that here. One of the largest trend, you would have started here 22,000, and you would have gone till 31,800. So it will go on for multiple weeks and months. Yeah, the trends once you capture in this mode. So that's how the swing or positional trader can use the time frame. So that's pretty much for today. Any questions? Drop in a line in the comment section.
Thank you for liking the Happy Money content. Do click on like button. Want us to make a video on your topic? We will do it. Just drop your request in comment section. Do subscribe and share video to your friends.